Hello guys, it is me, Dom. I am here with a weekly poem. Today I'll be introducing a new author, and something that I kind of want to do is dabble into the author when I introduce them, as far as like a little background history, and then go ahead and, say the poems, because I do feel like it is important to kind of just, at least for me, doing this and kind of going about it, like I am becoming familiar with so many poets and authors, and as I continue this journey and continue to know more and more, I would like to know a little bit more in-depth things about them. I feel like it would just be kind of cool to know and knowledgeable, and also like make sense of everything that I am reading, because it does matter in a way. So yeah, the author that I'll be going over this week is Ocean Vuong. So I'll go ahead and read this little paragraph about him. It is from the Poetry Foundation website. I go on there a lot just to kind of dabble, find artists, find themes, and just get inspired. So, born in Saigon, poet and editor Ocean Vuong was raised in Hartford, Connecticut, and earned a BA at Brooklyn College. In his poems, he often explores transformation, desire, and violent loss. In 2013 interview with Edward J. Rathke, Vuong discussed the relationship between form and content in his work, noting that, besides being a vehicle for the poem's movement, I see form as an extension of the poem's content, a space where tension can be investigated even further. The way the poem moves through space is enjambment or end-stop line breaks, in utterances and stutters, all work in tangent with the poem's conscience, acknowledging the ever-increasing number of possible directions. Each new turn in a poem creates, Vuong continued, I think the strongest poem allows themselves to collapse completely before even suggesting resurrection or closure, and a manipulation of form can add another dimension to that collapse. Vuong is the author of the poetry collections Time as a Mother and Night Sky with Exit Wounds, the winner of the 2017 T.S. Eliot Prize and the Chapbooks number 2013 and Burnings 2010, which was an Over the Rainbow selection by the American Library Association. His novel On Earth, We're Briefly Gorgeous, was longlisted for the 2019 National Book Award for Fiction, the Carnegie Medal in Fiction, the 2019 Aspen Words Literacy Prize, and the PEN/Hemingway Debut Novel Award. The novel was also shortlisted for the 2019 Center for Fiction First Novel Prize and won the 2019 New England Book Award for Fiction. His work has been translated into Hindi, Korean, Russian, and Vietnamese. His honors include fellowships from the Elizabeth George Foundation, Poets House, Kudeman, and the Saltonstall Foundation for the Arts, as well as an Academy of American Poets Prize, an American Poetry Review Stanley Kunitz Prize for Younger Poets, a Pushcart Prize, and a Beloit Poetry Journal Chad Walsh Poetry Prize. In 2014, Vuong was awarded a Ruth Lilly and Dorothy Sargent Rosenberg Poetry Fellowship from the Poetry Foundation. He received a Whiting Award in 2016 and MacArthur Fellowship in 2019. He is the former managing editor of Thrush Press and currently lives in the Pioneer Valley of Massachusetts, where he is on the faculty and the MFA program at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. So that's really cool. I do see that he is, I don't want to say younger, but compared to some of the other poets that I kind of went over, they are unfortunately gone, just because they were before our time, or my time at least. So it's kind of cool that he's still here and he's still creating work, and just seeing all the awards that he won is kind of cool, kind of inspiring. So yeah, the first poem that I kind of want to go and read of his is titled Torso of Air. So let's get into it. Suppose you do change your life, and the body is more than a portion of night sealed with bruises. Suppose you woke, and found your shadow replaced by a black wolf, the boy, beautiful, and gone. So you take the knife to the wall instead. You carve and carve until a coin of light appears and you get to look in, at last, on happiness, the eye staring back from the other side, waiting. So, let me go ahead. I really like this poem a lot. I like how minimal it is, but how powerful the message brings. I mean, the title, Torso of Air, when I think of that, I almost think like you're being suffocated and you're just trying to like really just take in as much as you can. I don't know why I think of like someone holding your lungs, but torso of air just means like just taking everything in, consuming as much as you can. So when he kind of talks about having your shadow replaced and you're carving, a light appears and you get to look in, and it's almost like happiness is on the other side, and in a way I feel like that's the way not my brain works, but in general, like a brain works. I mean, it kind of relates to me in a way, but when you're, a person and you go through things and you have these obstacles right in front of you, sometimes you feel blocked. You feel like there is no option, there is no other way, there's no way out. And with the carving, that kind of represents like you taking action of what seems like there is no other side. So when the light appears and you get to look in and it's happiness, it's almost like, wow, like I really, trusted myself enough to continue to do this action, carving, and I almost get a reward for it. Like I see, I'm not just doing this for nothing, because with a lot of dreams, any dreams in general, you put in all this work and you're like, wow, I'm not getting any residuals back, I'm not receiving any rewards or words of affirmation, and it's kind of daunting. It can be kind of frustrating, or it could just make you feel very I don't know, like just tired and just like, wow, like why am I even doing this? I feel like in today's society we often want that instant gratification of like, I do this, I expect something right away. Like if I take out the trash, I'm getting, I don't know, a reward and something like that. And so when you do work, day and night, and you put your blood and sweat and just everything into it, and there's no reward, you almost question why you do it. But I think that's the beautiful part, because that is where passion is rooted, and that's where passion is grown, because you do it without needing a reward. And I love passionate people with any sort of hobby or thing that they do, where essentially they do it for free. And I find myself doing a lot of things where it's like, wow, like, I'm not good now, but hey, I keep at it, and next thing you know, I'm 5 years in and I'm great at it. And so it's one of those things where you have to make the decision to just get up and go and do it. And again, like the way he words it is just so minimal. And even the words, he's not using any sort of, large vocabulary or obscure words. And the message just glides. Like it just makes sense. And I'm really excited to dabble more into this author and really see, things and topics that he talks about. Because, a lot of the authors will be very female or male based, where it gets in the mind where sometimes one specific sex can't entirely relate to it, just because it is so particular. And this one, I feel like anyone, anything can, like even someone, all age groups can understand this and really take it in and take something from it. So I think it's beautiful, and yeah, I'm very excited to dabble more into this author and learn more and, share more. So other than that, y'all have a good rest of your day and